Shoe Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
Yeah, hello. Welcome to your Wednesday KVJ After the Show Podcast. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello to you and your fancy pants over there.
Yes.
Oh.
Just checking it out.
Your boner pants.
Yeah, well, not boner pants. Well, you don't want to get a boner in these pants. They're Lululemon. They're like sweatpants. So, yeah.
Those pants would give me a bone piece.
Yeah? You get a boner when
He's
you wear
got one right
sweatpants?
now just looking at him.
Well,
Wow.
you don't wear underwear. If I didn't wear underwear on those loose fitting things, that'd be knocking. Yeah, it would probably give me a little bone piece.
Those are the Lululemon like quilted joggers.
Mm-hmm.
They're in like a heather gray color.
Yeah.
And they have a gathered at the ankle fit.
Mm-hmm.
They're so cute and they're like slim cut. I love those.
I do like them, yeah. It's one of my favorite brands. It's just so expensive, so I never buy anything except anything that's on the value rack at Lululemon. But I gotta admit, man, they got me with their ankle high socks. I don't think I have them on today, but I had this thing where we have kind of a cumulative laundry situation in my house where my wife, me, and my son Cannon, it all goes into the same pot, and so there's a lot of times where things don't turn back up. But with the white socks that I get from Lululemon, they're great because they hold onto your ankle and they're cut a certain way. I've got like my white shoes or my gray shoes I can only wear with those socks, and they just all disappeared. I had 3 pair of them.
Damn.
So I went to Lululemon at the Square last week, and I got what they had. I got 6 pair of socks. How much did I pay for 6 pair of socks? Didn't even look because I was in a
Were
rush.
they on sale?
No, they're just
Oh,
right
they're
off the rack.
regular
'Cause
price.
This is what got me because here I am. I go traipsing in there, and if it's not on the bargain rack, I don't buy Lululemon. That's the only way I buy the brand.
Except the socks.
And then the socks, but they had me because I've tried other socks and they crunch down in your shoe, and it's just there's a sticky thing on the Lululemon socks. They fit my feet so well and they hold on. They don't crunch down. And I'm like, okay, I got to go. There's certain things you got to splurge on.
It's a Cadillac of sock.
So I had to go with the Lululemon socks. So how much did I pay for 6 pair?
Okay, I want to play this game.
Yeah, how much?
You paid $93.50.
Okay,
shit.
$93.50. What do you think, Virginia?
6 pairs. Okay, let's say they're $8 a pair.
They're not-
8 times 6 equals 48. So let's go a little more. I'm going to say you paid 52.
One of us is closer.
Bird.
Boom.
Really?
80 and change.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That was Lululemon.
Yeah.
Fuck Lululemon.
Crazy, right?
Lululemon is expensive
Crazy.
AF. They are
What the
over
hell,
the top
man?
expensive.
What the hell?
Damn.
Yeah.
You know what you have to do? Oh my God, I forgot to tell you this. My sister, who's a nurse, gets a discount. Anything she buys from Lululemon,
Okay.
bam, like 25 or 30% off.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, I need to figure that out because they do kind of have me because I really do like their stuff. Typically there's a lot of stuff that's high priced. I'm like, it ain't worth it. And that's why I get most of my clothes off the bargain rack at Express. Usually $10 to $20 a shirt. I don't usually pay over that for a shirt. And it's kind of weird that if you see my outfit, the most expensive thing I'll have on my body is my freaking socks that you can't even see. It's now the most expensive item on
I get
any
it.
clothes I'm going to wear. But yeah, I haven't found the other sock that doesn't crunch down into my shoe.
They
And
have that little plastic, like little rubber piece that sticks to your foot.
Yeah, and
I know.
I've got a few hang-ups. There are just some things. Like my son will have his white socks on. He'll walk through the grass and the mud and then put his shoes on.
Oh,
To me, I can't. It's so in my head that if I have anything going on, it's like if I have a boogie, if I have anything that's not quite right, if my nails aren't manicured, it's in my head. I hate the way it is. I've got mental problems.
well, you just like to be a pristine man.
And just so if my sock is scrunched up in my shoe, I can't even focus. You'll be talking to me and I can't hear what you're saying. Because all I'm thinking, oh my gosh, my sock. Oh my gosh, my sock. And so I've got this, I got to find a high quality, cheaper sock because $80 freaking dollars for 6 pairs of socks is absurd.
Look, I get it. A, I have mental problems, so I feel you.
Yeah.
B, them pizza socks ain't cheap either, my friends. Believe it or
Okay.
not. Pizza socks, food
But
socks.
there are Lululemon discounts out there to be had. You just have to know how to lie. So my sister will probably hook you up with whatever her thing is, where she gets her discount.
I love that. Yeah, I need that.
Magnolia used to go in the garden store and tell them she was on some cheerleading team. She had some girl's name.
Okay. Yeah.
And then boom, automatically 15% off of everything from being on this
honestly,
cheer team.
Yeah, with something like that, I mean, the markup has to be absolutely insane. So I don't necessarily feel like boo-hoo because,
No.
dude, how
Mr.
much-
Lemon is fine.
I mean, you break it down. It was $40 for 3 pairs of socks, and they came in three packs. I was like, what? What?
They're going to be fine.
Yeah, Remy want to know, are they no-show socks? Yeah, they're the no-show, so they're, it's a particular kind of thing. So, but
Prissy socks.
They are. Everything I have is prissy. I just got to accept what you are.
You like what you like.
I am
and
what I am.
I'm the same way. You, at this point, you should be able to buy yourself the creature comforts that make you happy.
It's just a few things. I think we all have. There's just a few things that typically, look, I buy my clothes off the bargain rack at Express, and to me, it looks like I see shirts that are $60, $80, $100, and I'm like, you can't, to me at least. And I'm worried about my eye more than somebody who's a big fashionista, but I can't tell the difference.
Right.
I'm like, all right, I walk out like a winner. I felt so defeated after walking out of Lululemon. I was like, this system got me.
They won.
Yeah.
Well, now it's time to turn the tables.
Okay.
Let's lie. When you buy
Gosh,
all...
you know what? I can't do it. It's just going to be against my conscience. I just can't. Yeah.
Well, my sister can buy them for you. You can Venmo her them.
Okay,
The money, and it's
all right.
legitimately her making the purchase online.
That's true. I do
Just-
feel better about
Just
that.
agree with Virginia and say,
No,
I'll
I think
do it.
I would do that. Honestly, that doesn't tweak my conscience.
It shouldn't, because she's buying them. You're not buying them. You're just sending her the money, and she's buying you a gift.
Somebody said, Kev, try running socks. Saucony, I guess is maybe how you say it. Saucony. I've heard that brand, or I've seen the brand, but I don't know how to say it, obviously. And SR Senior Pockets, SR Pockets. Yeah, I'll look into that.
Sir Pockets?
Yeah, maybe.
That sounds like the name you give to your cat.
Right, doesn't it?
Oh, this is Sir
Yeah.
Pockets.
Yeah. Somebody said, Kev, I'm a runner, and I got socks from Seller Sport on Amazon, and I will not buy any other socks now. They're like a hug for your foot. See, that's what I need. I need a hug for my foot. Amazing cushioning, and they do not slip down. That's what I need. Yeah. Cheap and better than Bombas or any other running sock. Okay, no, thank you. Because, yeah, I think after that, I was just desperate. Because I was running out of outfits. I had to wear my damn boots every day.
Damn.
You know?
You can't wear the boots with that outfit.
No, you can't.
That needs a sneaker.
Yeah, so like 3/4 of my wardrobe I couldn't wear because I didn't have socks, and then freaking Lululemon got me.
Those pants need to be out. So whatever we got to do to make sure those pants are still out on the town. Those are nice pants.
Okay, yeah, I want to go comfy today. Just been kind of running around, so schedule's crazy off this week. So
It gives you a little RD, a little rad dick.
okay,
Yeah.
you're all about my dick in these pants.
Well, you said that you told me before the
You can
podcast
see- yeah,
started.
If I
see it.
I gotta watch how I stand. Yeah, because if I do, you can see a little mushroom head.
I mean, holy shit! I was like, "Dang, do I gotta go to HR? Get this on record?"
I know, right? I probably could.
Don't you dare. We promote Mushroom Head around here. We don't rat it out.
That's why I'm asking about it. It's like you're asking about my dick because your dick's in my face.
Yeah, that's something only Boston Ralston would do.
I love it.
Carlos actually came up with a logo: Boston Ralston, Rowdy Brawler.
Oh, is that a? It kind of does look like you a little bit.
It does.
It does a little bit.
It looks like a dicky version of you.
Yeah. That's how I come off in Boston, though.
I love it.
I do.
That man gets laid right there.
I did see too. Somebody did one of those surveys, and they had Boston as the rudest city in America. It was out this week. It's like they might be right. I don't know. I was only there a weekend, but
Well,
yeah. So it's nice. Thank you, Carlos. He said so. I got inspired today to come up with a concert art piece.
I like when our audience gets inspired. They come up with some good stuff.
They do great stuff. Yeah, I was just putting away my Boston Ralston shirt last night that was made for me.
What was the thing that was the other day someone made of Kevin? It was so taken. It was his head onto something. Man.
Potato Head?
Potato Head. Mr. Potato Kev.
Okay.
Man, I loved it. I like when they get creative.
Got a very entertaining audience.
Kev
Very creative.
memes are good. My favorite is Kevin is a rat. He's a dirty, dirty rat.
Somebody did that too. I
That was
think they
Scotty
put-
Fusion, I believe.
That was a great one, Scotty.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
He is. I mean,
yeah.
he's old school meme maker.
They're not only entertaining, but they're also very wise. Samantha said, Jaybird, you're talking about what a hurricane or a strong storm does to your fence. To save your new fence when you get it, you take down like every 10th board and it won't blow over.
What?
It makes sense. You ever seen that where they cut slats in, they'll do that. In fact, I will see that when we got a storm coming and you have one of those billboards and it's still the tarp and not the electronic, they will cut slits in it so that the wind will
Can go through it.
Yeah, and doesn't push, because otherwise it's so, honestly, aeronautically, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm too, I think, dumb to understand that email because I don't
Okay.
know what the fuck I'm cutting and
Okay, well, you're not cutting anything on your fence. You're
Get a saw.
yeah, I go, so wait.
and to beat the storm, you just tear down the motherfucker yourself.
yeah, I was just going to chill.
Can you see before a storm, Jaybird's trashing his house? Like, what the fuck's he doing? He's like, you're not going to beat me.
Bust out that YouTube karate and kick that fence's ass.
We are going to see how good a hurricane is with that 9.5 foot werewolf because that motherfucker has not gone down yet. And everything else around my house has, but not that wolf.
How's that dinosaur garden? Did we rebuild?
We are rebuilding. I got my new fence, a great fence. Thank you. They came, they fixed it. I got to get that plug in.
You got that white fence now.
I do have the white fence in.
Wow.
I'm going to probably...
That's a fancy fucking fence.
It is a fancy fence, but I'm going to probably put some bamboo little things in the background of the dinosaur garden.
I
But
got it.
We are in the beginning stages of rebuilding.
They have that unrollable, like it's on a roll, and you just roll it right out on top of the white fence, and it looks really cool.
So many of my plants died because of that storm.
Damn.
It's fucking crazy.
It was a crazy storm.
It was. We had two.
Well, some people got a tornado. You didn't get the tornado. I know you think you did, but
Yeah, I know. And stop sending me emails about how I am making up tornadoes in Palm Beach Gardens. It's real to me,
he
damn
got
it.
an email from a tornado that said we didn't go there.
Everyone's a fucking weather person.
Yeah. Yeah, I got something to say, huh?
They do, Kevin.
Lippy.
Yeah, I got something.
Everyone's fucking lippy these days.
Rachel in Seattle, she said, so I watched Reba McEntire's Whoever's in New England video that Bird said to watch.
Thank you.
Rachel says it was kind of like the beginning to an 80s sitcom, and it was just okay.
Damn.
All right, let's go on. Go on with your opinion.
In my opinion, the best video he's recommended is Key Largo by Bertie Higgins.
Yeah, you know, the Reba McEntire, it's sort of cringy, but not like a 80s cringy. I wanted people to watch it because when you watch it, you feel like she's defending her cheating husband, and she lets
Some women do that.
but she lets her husband go to Boston, of all places.
Where Boston
Okay.
Ralston is running loose.
Yeah, I tell you, you got to watch Boston.
Well, she lets him go to Boston. He pokes around, and she's like, "Well,
Yeah, there's a lot of poking in that town.
whenever you're done with whoever in New England's done with you, you can come back to me."
Damn.
And I watch it and go, Reba, what the fuck?
F that.
I wanted to see if people got the same message I got.
Stay your ass in Boston.
It's a very weird video. The message is odd. You go ahead, you cheat.
Yeah.
Go ahead, get your Boston.
Fuck
Get it out of your
that.
system?
And then when you're done with that, you can come back to me.
No.
Reba, what the shit?
No, that ain't, that's an, nah.
Not gonna fly.
No. Can't be doing that kind of stuff. Come on, Reba. Rachel did say I am super duper high right now. So, any must watches, Bird.
Lionel Richie, hello. Again, tell me if that video is not fucked up.
You got to watch it. The most fucked up's End of the Night.
It's way more fucked up than it. You're right. That's a fucked up video.
The one. How the hell did that get greenlit? How did that get made in the 80s? I mean, even in the 80s. Come on, what are we doing?
This dude is watching this 16-year-old girl through her window, goes to talk to the dad about it. The dad shoos him away.
He looks like he's 40. The girl looks like she's 12.
What?
It's insane. And then he's kind of like. He's like the dad's the one who's the square and doesn't get it.
He's like, fuck your dad. He's a joke.
Yeah. Leave her alone, they say. And you're like, what? Well, yeah.
Predator, complete Predator video.
And he made a video of this?
He made a video, in a sense, yes.
Chronicling his predatory behavior?
Calling out people who call out pedophiles who are actively trying to groom a young girl
you know the opening
into
line?
sexual encounters.
She's just 16 years old. Leave her alone.
They say.
And the girl they got for the video was 12. So
I mean, they is the
say,
law.
They is the police.
It's every person on planet Earth but pedophiles.
It's the fucking police.
That's who they is. And he just can't believe it. You know, anyone who's not a pedophile is like, I just can't relate to you.
They just did shit differently back then.
They did.
It's just, I mean, it's a song endorsing pedophilia.
Well, could you imagine that song being on the air and then be making that video?
It's
wouldn't
like
fly.
they doubled down on it. So yeah, the song's really creepy, man. Yeah, let's do a video. All right. Now that girl's too old. She's got to be 14. Let's go 12.
The 80s hit different.
They did, man.
Gosh, yeah.
The 80s just hit. They hit their kids.
It was weird.
It's just pretty much insane. You got Chuck GPT in Albuquerque. He said, if you actually want a good Matrix sequel, not the ones you're talking about yesterday, there is an animated movie called The Animatrix. Well worth the watch.
Yes, I got a few emails from...
What is this all about?
They did a cartoon series on it as well. I believe it might even be a pre-thing too, how they explain the whole thing. I know
is it actually good, or are you walking into some kind of weird heavy metal kind of like cartoon?
Not heavy metal, but if you're a huge Matrix fan, I think you do respect the cartoon.
Really?
Yes. For what I gather. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of got my attention.
I don't think you would like it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Why is that?
I think it's too dated. I think it is going to not be your cup of soda. You ain't gonna like it.
I remember my older son Colin was into the Star Wars cartoons they came out with.
Clone Wars?
Yeah, Clone Wars. And they were okay. I watched a few of them. I'm like, all right, they're decent. It was just all new characters, and I got lost.
Yeah, you have a relationship with Star Wars more than you have with the Matrix. Matrix, you know the movie, but you're not deep. You're not in the deep cuts. You know at least some deep stuff with Star Wars.
Yeah.
If I said Greedo, my man's gonna know about Greedo.
I will. Yeah, I'm all over that.
You should know about Greedo too, Virginia.
I do, just from hearing you go on and on about
Okay, then
Greedo.
what the shit do you know about Greedo?
Greedo is a good guy.
No, he is not a good guy.
Wow, she's off to a strong start.
You dick. You listen to nothing. You say so much.
Talking about the whole Matrix stuff, there was something that I saw today about Apple. Tell me if you like this or not. They've got a feature on the way which is going to allow your phone to replicate your voice after only about 15 minutes of training. Now, it's intended to help people with disabilities, people whose, throats, they've got complications or their voice.
Uh-oh, this is going to be abused.
Oh, yeah.
But this is now the technology in your hand that everyone will have, and apparently they're going to make it very easy.
They can fake any of our voices, and they can prank any of our family members to think that anything happened to us.
Oh, a motherfucker can ruin your life while he's waiting for a sub in the sub line.
Totally.
Just chill it. I'm bored. Let me ruin Kevin Ralston's life.
Yeah, because that to me was the barrier of entry. I've been warning about how, scammers can take just from some videos that you post on social media and do the calls. You've seen the stories. I thought it was going to be a rarity. It's a frequent story you now see on the news.
Wow.
And the barrier of entry into that was, I don't have the knowledge to do that. I'm not going to do that. But now, somebody like me with minimal technical knowledge and an iPhone, I'll be able to do it. If I can get 15 minutes of your voice, Virginia, yeah.
Well,
I could do it myself.
That's crazy to think about.
We were talking about the other day on the show, when the technology gets to be where our parents are able to do it, like you see with everything else, everyone does all these crazy fun apps. 10 years ago, my dad couldn't do any of that shit.
Yeah,
they make it so
that's
user-friendly
it.
now.
Right.
They're going to make all that shit user-friendly to where your dads and your grandmas can do it.
That's what this one tells me, is they will make it easy for, and then, all it takes is some dumbass and just drinking too much, and I might be like, hey, I mean, replicate Virginia's voice. I might call Panda and chew him out.
And then, oh my bad, I didn't mean to do it. I was drunk last night.
Then Virginia will go up to you. What did you do? You called Panda. I didn't call Panda.
You can get somebody fired with that real quick.
Yeah, no doubt. Exactly.
Not only that, you could ruin someone's life. And
Right.
even if you
And
don't
might
ruin
think
their
it's
life,
funny in the moment. You're like, oh, dude, man, I went too far.
imagine getting a call, really thinking your daughter is kidnapped in a trunk somewhere, and you have to go through that emotional distress for a day, an hour. No matter what, that's going to fuck you up mentally.
And especially if a drunk does it, because they're going to pass out for 12 hours, and then they're going to be so hungover they don't check their phone for 10.
And they don't remember what they even did.
Yeah, and they're like, wait, what are you talking about?
I didn't do that.
To go to a level to make you think your loved ones are in a terrible situation and it's believable, and that goes on for more than 10 seconds, that can fuck your psyche up, man.
Totally.
It's on the way, and nobody's pausing it. Every day the conversation's going on. Well, tech giants are talking about how we need to pause ChatGPT and all this AI. Nobody is.
The
Nobody's
tech giants, they don't give a shit.
Nobody's going to pause it. They keep talking about it.
You can't stop it.
No.
And there's the other fight that's going on now. People that call out the AI and show concerns. There's mudslinging being thrown that way. You don't want change. You're a dinosaur, and that's not what it is. There's legit concerns of what this might do. We've never gone through it.
What kind of
before.
regulations? What kind of safety precautions are we going to do? How are you going to be able to tell? There needs to be a way to have a watermark or something that something is artificial intelligence and this is not a real image, a real sound.
Oh, you're old,
real
Kevin.
video.
You dinosaur fuck.
They want that. Honestly, I've heard a lot of what the problem is that this is something that's going on globally, and we're in such a competition right now with China, and you would need China to hit the brakes. China ain't gonna hit the brakes.
They're not hitting the brakes, especially if they find out you want them to.
Yeah, China would be like going, oh yeah,
We'll hit the brakes.
Okay,
Dumbass.
let's do it at the same time, right? Okay. We hit the brakes, they go, vroom. Oh, sorry, that was the gas.
Yeah, whatever they say they're going to do, they're going to do the opposite.
Yeah, that's why it's not going to happen. So,
Because what's going on, and I don't want to be part of the media that tries to scare everybody and freak them out, because that's the knock, is the media's trying to drum up all of this scare tactic.
You got to be aware.
I agree.
You've got to be aware, and it's the media. You're not doing your job if you're not at least letting people know that, hey, this is a possibility. And the only hack that we could figure out right now is just making sure that you have family code words. That, hey, if Magnolia calls, hey Magnolia, okay, I know you're in distress.
Yep.
Tell me what is our code word, and if that sound of Magnolia can't come up with that code word, or say something that identifies to make you believe, then you're just like, sorry, I can't act on what you want me to do.
But keep in mind, you have to go completely off the grid with your code word. You can't ever text it. You can't put it in any kind of notes.
No.
We came up with one the other night. Me, Mags, and Rocco came up with one.
Is it Get in the Bushes?
No, it's not.
Is it on Netflix?
No, it's not.
Mama needs a roadie.
Yeah.
No, that's just a staple. That's not the word.
Mm-hmm. So it's there.
It's one word you guys have.
It's a phrase.
Does the Ralstons have anything set in place right now?
No, we don't have it yet because I don't answer my phone. So, so if any of my kids are kidnapped or in distress, they're kind of fucked.
They will remain taken.
Just like when they got left at the gym.
Yeah.
I've got a certain set of skills, and it's I don't pick up my phone.
Yeah. But no, we should probably. But the Queen of Bay ain't gonna happen to us. I don't know if she would. But.
Well, that's just it. People, I don't think it's going to happen to them.
Yeah. No, exactly.
And I wonder that too. How prevalent of a problem is this going to become?
I don't know, but I think you should get ahead of it and have a family code word.
I do too. I think it's a
just
responsible thing to do.
in case.
Yeah.
Well, we let Rocco pick ours, and so it's kind of funny. None of us will forget it because he picked it.
What is it?
I can't tell you.
I just want to see if you break. That's good, Virginia. I was just testing you.
Because you can't keep changing it and switching it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everybody in the family is going to forget it.
Yeah, right.
We have one right now, and we cannot blow it. We cannot tell anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask Rocco what it is, because he might tell you.
Okay, yeah.
Damn it. I got to tell him not to say it.
Okay, so what do you think about this new piece of technology, good or bad? WhatsApp is launching a feature called Chat Lock that keeps certain chats in a protected folder that can only be opened with a passcode or Face ID. Now, the first critique of this is like, oh, great, you're making it easier for cheaters. But is this good? I mean, you know, that you can have certain conversations locked away for other eyes that shouldn't be seeing it to see it. How do you feel about that? I'm okay with this because, you know, I do know, like, my kids have my passcode to my phone so they can get in there. But, you know, maybe I'm having a conversation that I don't want them to see. I like Chat Lock. I'm cool with that. And I like the Face ID.
Yeah, I agree with those.
But I have had my kid try to, like, do the Face ID while I was sleeping. So you got to watch that, too. Does that work if you're sleeping?
Yes.
Because I'm a light sleeper. I'm like, why is my phone in my face? What are you doing, dude?
They can totally put your phone in your face and unlock your phone. They can also do that when you're dead, just so you know.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay. That got dark.
Yeah, I try not to do the face thing. I don't do it.
You do the passcode, a number.
I'm sure you have no idea what that is. Virginia knows. Virginia really could ruin me.
Yeah.
I would never.
You and Denny, you guys know my blood type from my social security number to the thoughts in my head.
Engineer Keith kind of gave a quick rundown. You were talking about you had a friend that wants you to learn chess, but you just don't know if you want to go in. Anybody who does, though, and you did care to learn chess, pretty good little breakdown on what it would take to learn it and to get proficient. He said it takes about 10 minutes to learn the rules. It takes a few hours to understand the basic strategy. Once you get the strategy and rules, it takes about a month of playing a few games to get good enough to beat most lay people that are just casual players. Once you get, quote, small town good, then the studying of openings and closings is the next step, and that's where I lost interest.
Oh.
I spent a summer with a chess tutoring computer program, and I spent a bunch of time playing online. I know enough to put up a fight, but I can't play without seeing the board. And I've seen that. That's when people are like, rook to bishop, whatever the hell it is, and they use numbers and all that stuff, and that is crazy. I've seen there was a chess master. He was like standing in a room, and he was just calling out rook. I'm like, how does he even do this? How does he keep this in? It's baffling to me. And that's where I realized I don't have the kind of mind to play like that. So he said, I recommend learning to play with a tutor program and skipping memorizing openings and closings.
I love you, Engineer Keith, but fuck that. I'm a Connect 4 man. I love Connect 4. And,
Connect 4 is fun.
And I notice every time I talk about how good I am, you two son of a bitches get real quiet. Kind of like you're shook.
I was playing for a lot there for a couple years ago with my son Cannon. We had one of those big Connect 4s for whatever reason. And I started to develop. You can see a strategy.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, it's like any other game. I'm like, if you play this, you can't beat me. If I'm able to get this thing going. And I can't remember necessarily what it was now. It's just been probably 3-4 years.
You have to pay attention on a level to where even when it's getting boring and it's getting slow or it's getting too quick, you gotta watch every move, because just the slightest of distractions, Virginia, can have you fucked. You're done.
I feel like chess is more respected. And I feel like if you tell people you know how to play chess, they
Yeah.
go, oh shit, look at you. And if you tell them you know how to play Connect 4, they go, okay, great job, kid.
No, I think first of all, you're doing it wrong. You're not going to be a chess champion, so you're really going to say this. Hey, I play chess. I dabble in chess. Or, hey, I won the KVJ Connect 4 tournament, bitches. That don't sound hot?
Panty dropper.
Yeah.
It's all on how you present it, man. I don't like how you angle things sometimes.
That truth angle is hard.
Connect 4 is so fun.
Connect 4 is just not the same as saying, I know how to play chess.
Well, no shit.
Every motherfucker around knows how to play Connect 4.
No shit. That's what's fun about it.
Got an email from Lucy. She said, Great job on the makeup or breakup email today with the couple that's been together for 30 years. They worked together and they were just roommates. She said that topic in that email about marriage hit me like a running train. I'm going through the same thing. Thank you for your kind words. Yeah, like I said, I knew a lot of people. We get so many emails about that, that people are in those type of situations. You can go back to the regular show and listen to all the comments we had on it.
It's kind of called, a loveless marriage or a passionless marriage, right?
Yep.
Well, I think it can happen. If you take your eye off the ball, you can get into a rut in a marriage pretty fast. And
It's comfortable. And maybe you're just like, low testosterone pumping through you, dude. Maybe you're just not feeling the same things you felt when you were 20 years younger.
Yeah.
Your wife still wants to get it. So
we got to keep the eyes on the ball.
you got to figure out how you're going to give it to her, or some other dude is.
Another email that we'd had this week, this was on Am I the Jerk? Wife, her husband gives her a hard time about going off gambling. And she likes to do it. She got done with work or ditched out of work and went to Hard Rock, won $25K.
Wow.
Now, they have a system of splitting bills, but apparently their free money's are free money. She was like, okay, am I a jerk if I don't let them know about this? People were pointing out that, hey, you're going to get something, from the IRS about that, so he's going to find out about it, sooner or later, apparently. So you got to watch out on that. But it is kind of interesting because Gabrielle Union, married to our former Miami Heat star, Dwayne Wade, she talked about how they split their bills 50-50. And it's kind of interesting how a lot of married couples are doing their finances. We do the old school, just, on one kitty, and the queen takes care of the bills, and it's all good. I know you and Panda are kind of like doing a portion of the bills, and then you got your mad money yourself, right?
Exactly. We keep them separated, and everybody pays proportionate bills to their salary.
They said 29% of all marriages are what's called egalitarian. That's where both partners contribute about half of what they make. So that's 29% of all marriages. 69% of millennials each have some cash set aside someplace else. So that sounds like a majority of marriages now. They are doing that, where they kind of got their own little pieces of mad money. And I could see where that would be refreshing. You got to take care of the bills. But, look, that gets stressful because I'm not a big spender unless I'm buying socks. And
And then you stress about it for 2 days.
right. I mean, it's been on my mind. I can't release the fact that I spent $80 on socks.
To me, that's one of those matters of the heart kind of a situation. If you have somebody that is really, they don't like ever spending money, and I don't want to say cheap, but it's they really tighten up everything. And you have somebody who likes to be a little bit more in the moment. Now, if you have your bills paid for, I've even seen it where the person that likes to live in the moment, they like to buy the socks or do something cool. The other one that's controlling starts to get freaked out about that and says you can't do that. To me, that's when I feel like if you guys aren't on the same page about that shit, you're going to have major problems in your relationship.
I think it's just standard that there's going to be one person tighter than the other in a relationship financially, and it's going to give them anxiety when they see the spending. If you are saying, hey, they're burning through their money, what they choose to do with it, it's not going to affect me. And that's why you get anxiety, because their decisions could affect your life. And so that's why it is kind of a good thing. I do see that. And I think that's why 70% of millennials are doing that, each having their own set of cash someplace else. They say 64% of people say they are financially incompatible from their partner. And that's why. I think most people are. That's a majority of people. They don't see finances the same way.
I just think everyone's different. Yeah, every situation's different. What works for you ain't going to work for me, and what works for this witch ain't going to work for that dick. Everyone is different.
That's why I think it seems to be a good strategy on how to do your finances. That way you don't have that freak out.
I just feel like that's one of those things you both got to kind of be on the same page. If not, it's going to get fucked.
I agree.
That's the way it goes.
People usually get bitter when their money goes away. You start spending their money.
Well, and if one person in the arrangement is making douche moves.
Yes.
And that happens. You know, you see, like, if a guy makes more money than the girl and he takes his play money and spends it all on himself all the time and does stuff without her with his money, like, she's going to build up animosity. Those are douche moves. What you do instead is you take your extra money and you put it towards vacations with her.
Denny's told that one story where he knew a guy where he was supposed to pay some kind of bill and he didn't, but instead he bought a fucking Spider-Man statue. And his girlfriend or his wife was going, what the fuck are you
Yeah. No, if
What the fuck is this?
I mean, that's a douche move.
If you don't pay a bill and
Yes.
you shirk your responsibilities and you put yourself in a situation where now maybe you've affected your credit score because you want a freaking Spider-Man,
You're a dick.
I'd have a serious problem with that.
And that happens all the fucking time.
And that's why people are doing this with their finances.
Well, I would look at it and say, okay, this guy is undateable. He's not even marriage material. If he didn't pay the bills and he bought a Spider-Man with the money and he told me he was paying the bills, oh, hell no.
Yeah, well, that and you can't. Then that defies trust too.
Yeah.
But
And
that,
it shows you he's an idiot.
but that Spider-Man statue, though, it popped.
I know somebody will buy it off of you, Jay Bird.
I don't do a lot of the Spider-Man. Don't email me. It's not that I'm nothing against Spider-Man.
You hate Spider-Man, don't you?
No, I don't.
All right, well, thank you for all of the emails. You can always get them to us. Mail at kvjshow.com. Getting closer to the weekend. You enjoy your Wednesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.